Everyone, really long time no speak. Cyclone from Psyche Prods, and we're going to delve back into the fishing world. Another kind of sort of fishing DIY project. Half went bad, but it finished up pretty good. I gotta say, if I don't mind saying so myself. Fishing rod holders. We don't want to, as fishermen, just leave our rods just up against the wall in the corner because they can fall, they can break. And when you're spending hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on those setups, you really don't want them breaking. So I went out, and because I have a lot of rod and reel setups, I spent money on an Old Cedar Outfitters tackle trolley, which is basically, in a nutshell, 3 metal shelves in a frame with wheels on the bottom, and it's really nice. I get to keep my extra supplies on the bottom, have my freshwater stuff on the middle, keep my saltwater stuff up on top. Now, on the left and the right side, off the edges, they have their line of hooks, to hold your rod and reel setups. And on the front and the back side, they come with hooks where you could put extra supplies. Like I have my bump boards and my pier net on those hooks. But as I've gotten more and more rod and reel setups, I needed more space to put them, and there just wasn't space on those, the Old Cedar Outfitters hooks, because they only come, like most setups like that, to hold 6 rod and reels. Now, there is a company I'm going to bring up now just for a second, and we'll talk more about them in a minute. PLUSINNO, they have the only way they come is 9, which is absolutely fantastic. The only problem with PLUSINNO, though, and if anybody from PLUSINNO is listening, this might be an idea to, improve your product, But before I get into PLUSINNO, let me tell you about the downside of this DIY. Went to Home Depot, got 2 pieces of 3/4 by 2-inch by 24-inch white ash. I spray painted them black to go with the tackle trolley. Normally it probably would have been red, white, and blue colors, but I wanted to, keep everything, nice and simple. And I used my 1 1/4-inch Forster drill bit. I'll show you right now. And I drilled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. Well, not 7 holes, but 7 bases for 7 rod and reels, which I thought would be fantastic. Now, to attach this bad boy to the tackle trolley, I was thinking, how can I possibly do it? And I came up with the idea of taking and cutting down picture frames. So here are them. Nice easy product. And by the way, I smoothed them out with my Dremel. Thank God, I love my Dremel. You can smooth out anything with a Dremel. I'm going to start shaving with it, as a matter of fact. But once I smoothed out the bases on the picture frame hooks, I simply JB welded them on, and thought that would be a good idea. And that would be for the for the butt ends of the rods. I would need a top piece, something to hold the rods upright. What I did was I took another piece of wood, much larger pieces of the picture frames, just JB welded them on straight And I used everybody's favorite item, a pool noodle. Who don't like pool noodles for DIY projects? I marked up the center holes for the butt ends, and I took a small knife and I cut into the pool noodle. And by the way, I attached the pool noodle with 3 1-inch screws with nuts attached to them, and then I JB welded them in two just for extra strength. Anything I do, I JB weld it just for extra strength, and it lines up perfectly. It's really good. I put it on the top of my tackle trolley, and much to my surprise, here is where my DIY project went downhill fast. It was like this at first. Put a rod on, went like this to this. Now, I'm thinking what I could do, what I could have done. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to just leave it like this. Is taking a pair of pliers and let's see if I can get a good angle for you. Right there, that curve needs to be tighter because it's so wide. That's why it slipped down. And same thing with the bottom for the butt end piece. You can see how wide these things are. I think if I kind of squeeze these together, it would tighten up, which would be a lot more beneficial and might hold on the tackle trolley. But I wasn't going to do that. I was thinking, what else could I possibly do? And that's when I found out about this company called PLUSINNO. And here is a box that their items come in. And it's a beautiful product. I absolutely love it. They come in 1, 2, and 4 packs. And you only need one. What I mean is you don't need a base for this, because as you slide your rod in, like on the box cover right here, the hooks hold it in. So this way you can stagger 9 rod and reel setups. It's absolutely fantastic. People have been talking about PLUSINNO now for a while. There's a bunch of videos about how great they are, and they are. Except one teeny tiny problem. If you don't got wall space to screw your PLUSINNO rod holders into your wall, you're screwed. Quite simply, because that's the way they're made. They are made, they come with wall screws. You got to drill into the studs, boom. I don't have that ability. It's not an option for me. What I have is a tackle trolley, and I needed to find a way how to get the PLUSINNO attached to my tackle trolley. So I'm going to show you what the PLUSINNO looks like in living color. Here you go. And these are absolutely beautiful. They really are. And like I said, let me try to do this with one finger. Not going to work, but I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, here it is. Like, my finger represents a rod, and that holds it in place. But as you can see here, 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 down here, and on this side, those are the 5 holes that the screws go into your wall. And like I said, I don't have that ability, so I racked my brain to try to figure out how to get it attached to my tackle trolley. I reached out to the company, not PLUSINNO, I reached out to the tackle trolley company, which is Old Cedar Outfitters. Told them I needed some extra hooks. we worked out a deal, and they were gracious enough to send me a bunch of new hooks. And I'll show you what the hook looks like. I don't know how clear that's going to be, but it is what it is, folks. And right in here, the front piece right here is where the hook goes in. And you see how thin that is? You see how straight that is? This piece right here is what goes over the top and the bottom of the tackle trolley. Here's where PLUSINNO made their boo-boo in their product. And I don't know, maybe they will take my advice. Somebody will share this video, send it to them, and they will improve their product. Here is the back of the PLUSINNO. Lots and lots of open space, which really shouldn't be there. Sure, if you want to keep it open where the screws are that hold the rod holders, fine, I understand that. You need open space where the screws go into the wall. I completely get that too. But here's what I don't get. All this extra space, all these squares right here, they're open. I can't figure out why. It doesn't make any sense why they're open and not just a solid, straight piece of plastic. Which is what I was hoping for to JB Weld. Like I said, I JB Weld everything. JB Weld the straight part and just put it on. Can't do it because there isn't enough space for the JB Weld to attach. But what I did was I flipped it around. I flipped this little hook around to this backside. Put it into the open space that shouldn't be there, PLUSINNO, and voila. Let's see if I can get this like this. Now I have 4 hooks on my other PLUSINNO because it's already fully loaded with 9 rod and rail setups. JB Weld, and it is locked on. It's going nowhere. It is solid, and it's as strong as an ox. It's as strong as a herd of oxes or oxen. Ollie oxen free? I don't know. But this is how I turned a wall rod holder into a tackle trolley rod holder. And it absolutely works perfectly because this is the type of backside that you need over the top of the tackle trolley. It's the bracket is thin enough where it fits absolutely spot on because, quite frankly, these were made for the tackle trolley. So it works. So, that's it. The beginning didn't work out. The ending did work out. Later this week, early next week, I'm going to JB Weld 4 of these bad boys onto that bad boy right there. And then I'm going to let it dry. And the drying part for JB Weld is 5-6 hours I go with normally, and everything's working perfectly. I've never had an issue. After that, I'm going to load it up with 9 more rod and reels. I'll be set for the season. Then I get to make my own chum bait. I'm going to maybe try to do it not live, but an actual as I'm making my own chum bait. Then go fishing for some bait and finally start my season. So Cyclone from Psyche Prides wishing all of you guys tight lines this season. Follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, Psyche Prods. And catch y'all on the flip side, baby. Bye.